In 2024, a number of stories made national headlines, from natural disasters to high-profile criminal cases, conspiracy theories surrounding FEMA's response to a devastating hurricane in the South, and then the deadly bridge collapse, of course, in Baltimore, shutting down the shipping channel at one of the nation's busiest ports. Bradley Blackburn looks at the stories that made national headlines in 2024.
A cargo ship lost power and rammed into Baltimore's Francis Scott Key Bridge in the spring, causing it to collapse.
The words that the Key Bridge is gone, it still shakes us.
6 construction workers on the bridge were killed. Hurricane season brought Helene and Milton, storms that devastated parts of the South. Helene killed more than 100 people in North Carolina alone and led to disinformation surrounding FEMA's response, prompting agency teams to move operations to secure locations as a precaution. Protests over the Israel-Hamas war escalated on college campuses. Police clashed with demonstrators across the country while clearing out encampments. Some universities had their commencement ceremonies disrupted, while others canceled their main graduation altogether. The man accused of murdering Georgia nursing student Laken Riley was found guilty in November. Venezuelan migrant Jose Ibarra, who entered the U.S. illegally, was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. In December, a gunman killed United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in front of a Midtown Manhattan hotel.
It appears the suspect was lying in wait for several minutes.
The 5-day manhunt ended at a Pennsylvania McDonald's, where police arrested a 26-year-old Ivy League graduate. 2024 marked the first time parents in the U.S. were held criminally responsible for a school shooting. James and Jennifer Crumbley were convicted of involuntary manslaughter in connection with the 2021 Michigan shooting their son carried out that left 4 students dead. Gun violence also shook Joel Osteen's Texas megachurch.
Of course, we're devastated. We've been here 65 years.
And the parade for the Super Bowl winning Kansas City Chiefs. It was an eventful year for golfer Scottie Scheffler, who won 7 tournaments, including the Masters, and got arrested at the PGA Championship. The charges were later dropped, citing a misunderstanding.
I just don't really know what to say about it, but everything else has been pretty special.
Scheffler also earned gold at the Summer Olympics, part of Team USA's 126 medal haul, the most at the Paris Games.
Caitlin Clark's first time.
Interest in women's basketball skyrocketed, thanks in large part to phenom Caitlin Clark, who broke both NCAA and WNBA records.
I feel like there were so many ways I could have been even better this year.
LA Dodgers superstar Shohei Ohtani became the first player to hit 50 home runs and steal 50 bases in a single season. His team went on to win the World Series. August saw the emotional family reunions of 3 Americans who had been wrongfully detained in Russia, including Marine veteran Paul Whelan and Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich. They returned to U.S. soil following an historic prisoner swap.
I just say thank you to everybody. Thank you for all your prayers, your good wishes.
Boeing launched 2 NASA astronauts into space for the first time with its Starliner spacecraft, but problems plagued the planned 8-day mission, leaving the astronauts stranded on the International Space Station.
We all just went by each other.
Mysterious drone sightings across multiple states had Americans on edge. And finally, millions of Americans witnessed a celestial marvel, a solar eclipse where the moon blocks out the sun. It won't happen again in the continental U.S. until 2044. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.